What's going on, guys? This is Joe, and I am back once again for some Core 2019 pre-release pack openings. This will be the first of many individual ones. What we usually do, or what I usually do when I do that on the channel, is I'll open it, I'll show you all the cards, the rares, the mythics, the promo, etc. And then I will cut away, make a quick deck, and then do a little deck tech for you to tell you what kind of a deck I made, and you can let me know whether you agree or disagree with my decisions, etc. So let's take the innards out. Because it's me with this set, apparently, I got another green D20. That's like my fourth one of these. I do have one of each, but I have four of this green one now. And I think that's the only duplicates that I got. We have the inserts and stuff. And our promo, actually not bad for a promo, is Alpine Moon. I know a lot of people were talking about this card, being interested in getting it, and now we have it in a promo foil, which is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, as with most of the time with pricing on foils, I don't know the price of this foil offhand, but the foiling pattern looks sweet. Look at that. Look at how shiny that is. That's so good. I like that. Really, really cool. I don't know how... I mean, it's not for limited, right? That's not the point. So it's a bad promo in a pre-release pack because you're trying to make a deck and it doesn't really work. But let's see what the rest of this pack has in store for us. We start with an Inspired Charge, or the rest of this kit. This is one pack. Anticipate. A Hostile Minotaur. Knight of the Tusk. A Hired Blade. Highland Game. Bog Stomper, an adorable little beast there. We have a Plummet for some flying hate in green, makes sense. A Marauder's Axe for an equipment, one of the few in the set. Shock, classic, great card. Volley Veteran is our first uncommon in this pack. Regal Bloodlord, what a great card, is our second uncommon in this pack. And a Departed Deckhand, also a very good card. We got some pretty cool uncommons here. And our rare or mythic is a Demon of Catastrophes. This card seems fantastic. I thankfully was able to avoid playing against it at pre-release, but I also didn't get any at pre-release behind Demon of Catastrophes, so that could be really good for us in this kit. Is just a mountain and a knight token. Not on camera, I did not open well value-wise at the pre-releases, the ones that I actually got to play in. I did go undefeated in one, which was nice, but it was based off of, you know, one rare and then commons and uncommons, so I'm definitely seeking some value here, but we'll see. I have a Cancel, a Sure Strike, a Mind Rot, Bristling Boar, Invoke the Divine, Skeleton Archer, great card, I like this card quite a bit. Thornhide Wolves, it's a fine vanilla creature. A Pegasus Courser, a very good creature. A Smelt, sideboard at best, and even then, probably no. Druid of the Cowl, though, great card. 3 toughness and a mana producer, amazing. We have a Nightmare's Thirst as our first uncommon. A Heroic Reinforcements as the second. It's another gold card, although does not go well with our other gold card, although they do share one color. So if we wanted to go Mardu, this would be great. And a Hieromancer's Cage. So yeah, if white is the color that those two gold uncommons share, it's definitely a possibility so far. Hieromancer's Cage is a great card. And our rare or mythic is an artifact in Magistrate's Scepter. Probably not good enough. Sealed would probably be the only place that you'd be able to make it work, and even then I probably wouldn't try. But it's a Magistrate's Scepter. Behind it, do we have a full... Nope. We have a Nicol Bolas token. That's a tease, unless we get him. And a Thopter. So, okay. So in that pack, this is something I wasn't necessarily aware of. So in that pack, this token replaced the land. But you can also have the dual tap uncommons replace the land. So yeah, there's I guess a lot fighting for the land slot in these packs. We have a Tezzeret pack. The Tezzeret, yeah, a Tezzeret pack. I cannot. I'm so sorry. We have a Catalyst Elemental first. I can't believe I struggled on that so much. We have a Rustwing Falcon. I like that guy a lot. Speaking of good small creatures, we have a Doom Dissenter. I like this guy quite a bit as well. A Daggerback Basilisk. Very good Death Touch creature. Rabid Bite is probably my favorite like green removal spell. Just the fact that it doesn't fight is really good unless you were trying to do some... No, even if you're trying to do some Daggerback Basilisk shenanigans, it's a good way even around Death Touch creatures like that. Rabid Bite is such a great card. We have a Sovereign's Bite. I love the art on that card a lot. We have a Havoc Devils. We have another Thornhide Wolves. A Gallant Cavalry. This card put in work at the pre-releases that I was at. I feel like everybody that had it loved it. It was just super impactful. 2 bodies for 4 mana was just very impactful. I liked it a lot. Another Skeleton Archer. Very, very nice. A Shield Mare. All these horses were great. I think the green one's the best that I can recall, but I think all of them are good. This one's great. I like it. And our first uncommon, we have a Militia Bugler, also a great white card. We've been getting some good white uncommons. Definitely going to keep my eye open for that when I'm making the deck. And a Lightning Strike. This is a very good red uncommon. And our rare or mythic in this pack is another artifact in Dragon's Horde. Card's not bad, but I'm looking for... I mean, our uncommons are very impactful, and our rares so far... I mean, the Demon's great, but otherwise our rares are very underwhelming, and unfortunately that seems to be the theme that I've been running into with M19. Behind the Dragon's Horde, just a Swamp and a Goblin Token. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten very unlucky in opening stuff. I had a kit where all 6 of my rares, I had 1 in each color, and then 1 artifact rare out of the packs. And my promo was a rare land. So I was all over the place. Like I said, I kind of have had some bad luck with these, so I'm looking to turn that luck around. We'll see. We have a Talarian Scholar, which is a little damaged at the top there. Not that it's super valuable, but still. We have an Onaki Ogre, Giant Spider, Epicure of Blood. I love the name of that card. It's so cool. A Gearsmith Guardian, a Havoc Devils again, Invoke the Divine. If we need some artifact or enchantment removal in white, this card is just fine. We have another Skeleton Archer. That's 3. This card is great. I said I like it a lot. It's 4 mana, 3/3. Like, it's a fine body, and it pings, which is amazing, and it's any target, so it can go to your opponent's face or deal a last point of damage to something that on your opponent's side that survived combat or something with 1 toughness. I like this guy, and getting 3 of them feels amazing. A 3rd Thornhide Wolves as well. This is not as amazing as 3 Skeleton Archers, but still, if we're going green, it's probably at least 1 or 2 of them are going to get in. We have another Pegasus Courser, amazing. We have a Make a Stand, so we go back to our white uncommons being good. Here's one of them in Make a Stand. We have a Brawl Bash Ogre, so now we have another gold uncommon, and this one is red-black, whereas we had the black-white and the white-red. So yeah, Marduk's looking better and better for us, to be honest. And a Surge Mare. So it's another one of the horses, this one in blue. So far, not much of our blue has jumped out at me. It really, really seems like Marduk are the colors that we want to be going. But still, I'll keep an eye on this if something else crazy in blue comes up. And our rare or mythic is... Speaking of blue cards, I kind of suspected that was going to happen. We have a Windreader Sphinx. This is a fine card. It's a 3/7. And if we have a bunch of flyers, we can draw cards and stuff. I don't think this is good enough to push us into blue. It is 7 mana to play it. So, yeah, I'll keep my eye on it, but it's not super overwhelming. Behind it, a Submerged Boneyard. So... yeah, there's this. Again, the Windreader Sphinx isn't even really splashable, and neither is the Surge Mare because they're both double blue. So even though this card is black and blue, I still don't think we get there with blue. And a Zombie Token. 2 packs left. Let's see if they allow us to go continue in Mardu, or if we get like a bomb rare or mythic that makes us at least want to consider one of our other colors as well. So we have a Gearsmith Prodigy, a Fire Elemental, Oreskos Swiftclaw, Two-Headed Zombie. Two-Headed Zombie is nice to get from Mardu. Oreskos Swiftclaw isn't bad either. Talons of Wildwood, Ghost Form, Electrify is a nice removal spell, a Walking Corpse, Angel of the Dawn is very, very nice to get. Viashino Pyromancer is quite good as well. Reclamation Sage is a fine uncommon. For this kit so far, not so much, but it's a fine card. We have a Suspicious Bookcase. I love this card. I don't know that it would go in this particular deck, but it's, again, something I'll be aware of. And a Diregraph Ghoul. Again, another fine card. 1 mana 2/2 that comes into play tapped. If we're trying to be more aggressive, which Mardu does tend to be a little bit, this could be good for us. And our rare or mythic is another blue one in Patient Rebuilding. This card can win a game in and of itself, but it is kind of a larger setup. With the Mardu deck, we would probably be trying to be a little bit more of a beatdown, and this is a lot slower than that, so we'll see. We've now gotten 2 blue rares in a row after 2 artifact rares, so we'll see. Behind Patient Rebuilding, just a Forest and a Thopter token. We have 1 pack remaining before I have to build this deck that, as I said, I'm leaning towards Mardu, but I will keep all of my options open for the actual video itself and for the deck build itself, and we'll see what I come up with. But I have a Fire Elemental to start. Loxodon Linebreaker, Frilled Sea Serpent, a Trumpet Blast, very good. Hired Blade, again, we had one of those earlier as well, nice. Flash creature in black. We have a Highland Game, another Shock, we got 2 of those and an Electrify, that's amazing. Totally Lost, poor Fibblethip. Centaur Courser, a Vampire Neonate, so if we were going the Vampire Gold Uncommon cares about life gain and life loss, so this can get us there from that respect. A Lightning Mare. So we got the white one, the blue one, this is the red one. And again, if we're going Mardu, that's 2 of the 3 colors that we're in, that we have horses in as well. So there's a Lightning Mare as our first uncommon. Whoops. We have a black uncommon in Blood Divination. So that's sweet. Card draw in these colors is always nice. And a Vigilant Baloth, which the art on this dude's face is so comical to me. I'm kind of surprised that they went this route with how it looks. It like I said, it seems a little too comical, where not much more of this set is comical. But anyway, it's a Vigilant Baloth. It's a fine card. It's not something that's going to drastically pull us in green. And our last rare or mythic is an upside down... Why do I always open weird stuff? An upside down Amulet of Safekeeping, which, spoilers, will not be going in our deck. It can go in the sideboard if somebody is super token heavy, but I don't think there's a ton of that in this set. Also, oh, okay, we got a Stone Quarry, and apparently this pack was real weird. Because I saw that there was a foil here, but I also noticed the fact that this is the last card in the pack. There's no token. This foil rare replaced the token in Open the Great. Like, what the hell just happened? That was really, really weird. Okay. I mean, that's not what this video is about. It's like talking about weird stuff that we opened, but why? Why was this card... That's so weird. Okay, well, here's Open the Graves. It's a foil rare. I don't think it's super valuable, but it's still a foil rare. I'm not going to complain about that. And if we have, you know, sack outlets or things like that, this could totally go in the deck. It makes zombies and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to cut away after that weirdness. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And in a second, you'll see the deck that I came up with. So before we get on to the deck tech proper, I wanted to talk about this foil that we opened there at the end, because this foil is weird. If we look on the back, I realized this as I was making the deck, because for a minute I considered putting it in, but I decided against it. But even without me getting it closer to the camera, and I'm gonna get it closer to the camera, you guys can see that like gouge in here, right? It's like a cut in the card itself. The rest of the pack wasn't damaged, nothing like that. But like I said, this replaced the token. You can see that damage there on the side as well, right there. And there was some damage at the top here also. Now, when I opened it, I foolishly fixed it a little bit myself. It was a lot more warped than this, and this is only slightly warped, as you can probably tell. I fixed some of the warping myself, but in comparison to the rest of the cards, especially with this new like form of card stock that Wizards has been using recently, this feels like a fake card. Now, the kit is legit. I got it from the same LGS that I've been playing at for years. They get it from the same distributor. I just think what my guess, and you know, I'm no expert, my guess is that I know that tokens are printed on different card stock, so I don't know how, but it's possible that this foil got printed on token cardstock because it feels super flimsy. Now, I don't believe that the card is worth money in general, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try the bend test on it. Again, I'm no expert on this stuff, but I feel like with the way that, yeah, I mean, it's not exactly a crease. I don't know. Maybe somebody with a little bit more expertise than me can tell me what else I could do to check it out, but that's not really returning to normal. Again, if I fiddle with it a bit, it'll come back, but I think that's really weird. Anyway, enough about that. Let me know what your opinions and thoughts are on that in the comments. Next, I wanted to talk about the cards that I didn't end up playing, even though, in my opinion, they could have gone in the deck. As I mentioned, we did go Mardu, but we ended up with not playing this Luxodon Linebreaker, the Shield Mare, the Militia Bugler. There really were not enough targets for this guy. The Hostile Minotaur. It has haste, it's a 3/3, but as you'll see, it competed with a lot of other 4-drops. Sure Strike, because we have a lot of other different combat trick-like effects. Viashino, Pyromancer. I could probably do with an argument to maybe replace a Shock with this, because this does shock, but to only players as opposed to any target. So I don't know. That's why I took it out, because it's a little bit more limited. The Lightning Mare I kept out as well. 2 Skeleton Archers I didn't play. Again, lots of 4-drops fighting for space in this one. Epicure of Blood, it's a little high-costed, and we don't have a lot of ways to gain life. Really, Vampire Neonate was the only one, which, I guess, spoilers. But I took out the Nightmare's Thirst as well. Again, another way to gain life, and some form of removal, but not really. It would have really only given -1/-1 or -2/-2, and our burn spells are much better than that. Like I said, the Neonate and the Blood Divination as well I'm not playing, because I wanted to try to go a little bit more aggressive. So here is the full deck itself. One of the other things we didn't end up playing because of the lifelink or the life gain reasons was this Regal Bloodlord, but we did play the other 2 gold uncommons that we got in Heroic Reinforcements and Brawl Bash Ogre. We also took, I mean, our 4s are a little heavy. I'm not super happy about it, but it's fine, I think. We have 4 3-drop creatures, 5 or 6 4-drops, and we have this Angel at 5. I put the fixing over here just so you could see it. The Stone Quarry is where we're going to get our splash for our red, which we're doing 2 Shocks, a Lightning Strike, and an Electrify. And we have the Dragon's Horde, which adds 1 of any color. We don't have any dragons, so that second clause is not, or the first clause, I mean, of drawing a card is not a thing. The last clause of adding 1 mana of any color in a 3-color deck when splashing 1 color is pretty important. So Obviously, the 2 gold cards are red as well for the splash. But I like it. I think we have 2 1-drops, 2 2-drops, a good number of 3s. We have a nice amount of removal, as well as Inspired Charge and Make a Stand to kind of pump the team, as well as the Angel of the Dawn. I think this deck could totally get there, getting a little bit fast. With, you know, playing stuff early, having it be strong and powerful and effective. The Pegasus Coursers help us with evasion. Same with the Demon of Catastrophes and the 2-headed zombie and the Brawl Bash Ogre. So yeah, and obviously this Rustwing Falcon is a flyer as well. So yeah, I think this deck could totally get there. Like I said, there were a lot of different options for us, and this is what we ended up going with. I showed you guys what we didn't play in these colors, but you also saw that we opened 2 blue rares as well as the blue mare. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you have gone with this deck? I do not hold myself out to be an expert sealed deck player. So if you think that you could have made a better deck than me, please let me know, because, hey, maybe we could all learn something today. But this is what I would have gone with. Again, I also didn't play this card for multiple different reasons. It's real weird. It has been sitting here for a little while, and so it's slightly straightened up, but not fully. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought, again, of my deck building, of how we opened, of what you thought of this weird Open the Graves in the comments down below. I have been Joe. This has been Geek for All. Feel free to check out our 4 pre-release kit opening video that we did at the midnight pre-release. We just opened to see what cool cards we got, so if you're interested in that, please feel free to go watch that. It should appear on the screen in just a second. Or if you're interested in the stories that relate to this set, Core Set 2019, where we have been learning all about Nicol Bolas and his past and history, along with Ugin and some of the other Elder Dragons, which, you know, it would be nice if I could see some soon so that we could talk about them a little bit more, but it happens. But yeah, you can click on that playlist. They'll be popping up on the screen as well. Helps us out quite a bit. Once again, thank you. I have been Joe. This has been Geek for All. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.